You request a ride, an app shows you a car, a driver, a license plate. You get in. Most of the time, you arrive safely. But sometimes, the person driving isn't who they say they are. Or worse, the person in the back seat has other plans. These are 4 true stories. 4 rides that went wrong. 4 people who barely escaped. Welcome to The Wrong Ride. Back in 2020, when the pandemic was still causing chaos, I started driving for Uber to make ends meet. I'd been laid off. Needed quick income. Working late nights, you see all kinds of people. Awkward encounters, drunk passengers, weird conversations. But none of that compares to what happened one Friday night in October. A little after midnight, I just dropped someone off at a hotel when my app pings. New request. 6 minutes away. Bowling alley in a strip mall. The name on the ride. Derek. I accepted it. When I arrived, the area was quiet. A few dim parking lot lights. No cars. The bowling alley looked closed. But there was a man, standing alone under one of the lights. Gray hoodie, jeans, tall, maybe 6'2", hands in his pockets. Head down. As I pulled up, he looked at me, but didn't wave. I rolled down the window. "You Derek?" He nodded slowly, and got into the back seat, behind me. The destination was 20 minutes away. Residential neighborhood I'd never been to. Is the address correct? "Yeah," he replied softly. His voice was calm, flat, not drunk, not high, emotionless. For the first 5 or 6 minutes, he said nothing. Every time I glanced in the rearview mirror, he wasn't looking at his phone. He wasn't looking out the window. He was staring at the back of my head. I tried to make small talk. "How's your night going?" He paused. Just needed to get out of there. Out of where? Doesn't matter. So I dropped it. About 15 minutes in, we reached a very isolated part of town. No street lights, big yards, thick trees. Suddenly, he leaned forward. "Actually, pull into that driveway." The house he pointed at was dark, overgrown lawn, peeling paint. No car in the driveway. "Is this your place?" "Just pull in," I hesitated, but I did. He didn't get out right away. "Everything all right?" "Wait here." He stepped out, walked around the side of the house. Not the front door, the side. He disappeared from view. I sat there for 2 minutes. My gut told me something wasn't right. Finally, I ended the trip manually, started backing out. That's when I saw him, walking back, fast. His hands were empty, but his expression had changed. He looked excited or angry. He got back in. "Take me to the other place." "What other place?" "Just drive. I'll tell you. I need it in the app." He stared at me through the mirror. After a long pause, "Take me back to where you picked me up." So I did. The whole drive back felt heavy. He kept staring at me. At one point I said, "Rough night?" "You could say that." "Everything all right?" "Not yet." When we arrived back at the strip mall, he leaned forward and asked, "Do you ever wonder how you're going to die?" I froze. I laughed awkwardly. "Not really." He didn't laugh. "I think about it all the time." Then he opened the door. Before stepping out fully, he paused. "You picked the wrong guy up tonight." He shut the door and disappeared into the darkness behind the bowling alley. When I got home, I checked the trip details. The name was gone. No Derek, no profile photo, no ride history, blank. Uber support told me sometimes trips disappear due to app crashes, but I know what happened. And every time I get a ping in a dim parking lot, I remember that night, and I wonder if he ever found the right car. This happened in 2021. I was driving Uber full-time. About 1:30 a.m., Saturday night. Pickup name, Chris. The pin location was strange, near the back of an old strip mall. When I arrived, A guy in a hoodie got in quietly. 25-minute ride. Suburban area. Dark streets. About 5 minutes into the trip, I noticed something odd. He had his phone out, flashlight on, shining upward, toward my seat. Everything okay back there? Yeah, he turned it off. But I felt watched. When we reached the house, it was completely dark. No porch light, no signs of life. Is this it? No answer. Finally. He nodded. He got out, but left the door open. After a minute, he turned around. I need to go back. Back where? Where you picked me up. You'll have to request another ride. He stared at me. Please, I need to go back. You need to request it. That's when he said, I can't. They're not gone yet. Who's not gone? He didn't answer. He eventually walked toward the dark house. I left. A few minutes later, I stopped at a gas station. When I came back out to my car, he was sitting in the back seat. Same hoodie, same blank expression. How did you get back in? Take me back. I'm calling the cops. He leaned forward, whispered. They're still in the house. My parents' house. Do you live there? Not anymore. I drove him back. He got out, stood at the door, didn't knock, didn't move, just stood there. I drove off and locked the doors. I reported it to Uber the next day. To this day, I don't know if he was sick, scared, or dangerous, but I still think about what he meant. They're still in the house. I'm an 8-year-old girl, living alone with my dog. One Friday evening, I ordered Uber Eats, contactless delivery. When I got the notification, my food wasn't at my door. Then my neighbor knocked. He said the delivery driver had been looking through my windows, so he grabbed the food himself. That night, my dog kept growling, staring at the windows. Then, I woke up to banging on my bedroom window. I called the police. From my kitchen window, I saw his car, the Uber driver's car, parked across the street, but he wasn't inside. The police found muddy footprints in my backyard, leading to my bedroom window, but he wasn't in the car. He wasn't found. Until 2 a.m., the police knocked on my door. They had stayed hidden nearby. Waiting, he came back. They arrested him. Walking up to my front door. I don't use Uber Eats when I'm home alone anymore, because I know he was watching, waiting for me to be alone. I was 26. Visiting Washington, D.C. with my fiancée Sarah. After sightseeing, Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument, the White House, we called an Uber. A car pulled up. We didn't verify the plate, didn't check the driver's name. We just got in. Big mistake, the driver didn't speak. 5 minutes in, we realized we were going the wrong way. Then Sarah's phone buzzed. Your Uber has arrived. The driver we were in wasn't ours. I pulled out my pocket knife. I know you're not our driver. Pull over. He stopped, unlocked the doors. We ran. Our real Uber driver later told us people had been posing as drivers in the area. Tourists had gone missing. We reported it. Never heard back. And to this day, I always verify the plate. Always check the driver. Because not every Uber is your Uber. 4 rides. 4 encounters. Derek, who thought about death constantly. Chris, who said they're still in the house. A delivery driver, who came back in the night. A fake Uber in a city where tourists disappear. We trust these apps. We trust the drivers. We get in cars with strangers every day. But sometimes, the stranger in the front seat has been waiting for someone just like you. And sometimes, the stranger in the back seat isn't leaving. So the next time you request a ride, check the license plate. Check the driver's face. Ask them to say your name, because the wrong ride can be your last ride. And always remember, the silence can be the loudest warning.